the Horns will get it first. First sellout here since 2016 when Louisville came in. The old American Conference foe when they were at their best at the touchdown interception ratio where it is at 11-3.
And he's got a strong supporting cast at receiver and running back, ready to unleash them.
Yeah, an embarrassment of riches, really. And on first down, Worthy, his top target. And to hear that he could go today. And you believe that's going to be a real key today, how that Houston middle plays against
back in for the Cougars.
Chidozie Nwankwo is that big zero technique that can be a dominant force. And here on the edge and breaking free for a big game, Jonathan Brooks. They lost Baxter in that Alabama game. He's been toting the rock a lot.
Yeah, well, Isaiah Hamilton, number 23, the boundary corner. And that just basically means the wide side of the field up.
First and 10 at the 48 of Houston. Well, it looks like we have a pre-snap penalty. Marker comes down.
False start, number 78, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Run support. Chidozie Nwankwo would be another guy in there, and Caldwell, number 93. Those three tandems will be the guys that have to stop that upside game.
Brooks wrapped up.
Yep.
They move a lot of guys around. Doug Belk, the defensive coordinator of this team, they've relinquished a lot of yards. There was a mess up on that snap and actually got the man in motion, Whittington, and bounced off him. But it was corralled by Ewers, and Morris will make the stop. It'll be third down and 8 coming up after a gain of 4. Watch this.
Yeah, watch DJ Campbell, right, number 52. He turns this inside block, does a nice job of getting this guy pushed out.
Whittington actually just disrupted the snap. Ewers could not find the handle.
Just a 3-man front.
Oh, they got away. Brooks got away. And he's going to have the first down, it would appear.
Tackles, it's going to be a long afternoon.
He checks out. Baxter's come in, and a play fake by Ewers. Goes to the check down. It's C.J. Baxter.
Challenge him.
Transfer from Texas Southern is Hamilton. And once again, Baxter burrows ahead to about the 30-yard line.
It's Doug Belk, the defensive coordinator. He knows he's got to dig deep. That's why he's going to the sideline right now to get a third opinion. This is a true 12th man scenario right here. This is Sark calling the play.
Houston ranks 120th in third down conversion rate. That pass was tipped into the air by Webu.
And Doug Belk is pretty salty too, Timmy. He'll throw some funky looks. The guy that's just been getting picked on, Isaiah Hamilton, the corner boundary, he's the guy that comes in there and makes an opportunity, right?
Quick out, they go right to Worthy. Look at him go down the sideline. He had led them in tackles in that game.
Yep. Watch Adonai Mitchell, Timmy, the Z receiver, number 5, come out here and block on the edge, right? Great job of just mirroring the guy. He spins him around. Didn't need to get a whole lot, right? We call those guys pencil necks.
We know about Sark being an elite play caller. Look at this. In the corner, it is caught. Touchdown. Adonai Mitchell, and he was wide open. His 5th touchdown reception.
Well, his name is special, and his mom gave it to him for a reason. He could have used some help on this one right here. Adonai, man, just got turned around to that outside that corner. Ball thrown over his shoulder. Just a misread.
Absolutely. And Adonai is a biblical name.
Yes, it is.
We're done here, guys.
And we've got,
as far as Houston is concerned, hyper-disruptive on defense. We saw in the first series for Texas what not doing that will do. Leads to that 11-play scoring drive you just mentioned.
Nice job.
In the touchdown ratio, you can work with that 13/3, Tim. That's a pretty impressive number.
Parker Jenkins is in the backfield with him. Play fake. Donovan on a rollout. Look out. He's got a man deep. It's Samuel Brown. He dropped it.
Holy cow.
It's a team that has more ammunition than you.
I mean, he had the high pointed, the great nod, gets outfield, gets upfield, and gets redirected. That was Terrence Brooks, the field corner who he put the little move on. You got to go catch that one, man. If you're going to take the effort and the energy to high point that ball.
West Virginia game, but came on strong late, as did everyone. That first incompletion should have been a completion. But now we got a marker down.
Another holding.
Personal foul. Face mask number 74. Offense. Penalties decline. Third down.
Ripped through there with a magnificent move, number 95.
And you almost can't fault 74, Ruben. He does a great job of saying, look, you're going to get to my quarterback. I can't let you do that one. Does everything he could to
with 5 wides. Put it out there to Matthew Golden, see what he can do to get back some of that yardage. Could get it off around his 10. Xavier Worthy back deep.
Nice.
High spiraling punt. Backs him up to his 32. Good blocking as he looks to go towards the boundary, and then a great conversion. Houston -4, no points, and only 90 seconds off the clock. Look at that move by Jonathan Brooks. It truly is an embarrassment of riches. That
right again, but Alex Hogan, the field corner, Doug Belk, the defensive coordinator, drawing up some funky stuff.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
There goes Brooks again. He has the first down.
Do what he's there, Tim.
Big time. Time to heal really helped. That open date. Brooks on the check down, taking it out of the backfield down to the 42. Play fake. Going for Worthy. He's got it. It's touchdown.
I tell you, Brian George sitting back there, number 16. He's at the field corner this time, right? He looks in and just gets a beat behind, right? And that little enough is just enough to get him behind him. I mean, that's great job, Worthy. I mean, that's the reason why he's that #1 receiver out there at X. He's got great speed, great length, and great understanding of where he is on the field. Ball plays perfectly. Right?
He sure did.
We're done here, guys. We're done here.
Bert Auburn with the extra point. He dropped what would have been a huge pass play early on, and then Houston was three-line guru and coordinator. He's getting a little bit of help with that offensive line. We'll talk a little bit more about how and why in a few moments. But Golden goes split wide to the top of your screen. He has 4.4 speed, and Donovan's going to roll that way. Throws it towards the corner. It's incomplete.
These guys are elite athletes. There are no gaps between them and they would be tackle defenders or receivers.
That was a wee bit. They rest in peace. Empty backfield for Donovan Smith, and that pass for Manjack is too high and a little behind him. That was in hot pursuit.
Yeah, Caden Crawford on the crossing route or the drive route. That ball is high. Manjack has got some height on him, Tim, but he has to reach behind him on that one.
Is back deep.
Behind you, I'm behind you, behind you.
This is a poor punt off the side of his foot, but he does get a healthy bounce. Well, that really helped him out. Sarkisian, now in his third season, seems to have built the kind of culture that's going to last a long, long time. As Brooks is stopped behind the line of scrimmage this time, they were getting tackles for losses on first down.
Well, you can see the reduction down on the inside. And Graber was involved in that as well, but also Jamari Caldwell, number 93. Pressure has got to come from those interior three.
Texas averaging 9.5 yards per play so far, and that's even after that stop after no gain.
To something more conservative. Three deep.
Yep. Ewers flushed from the pocket, plenty of green grass. Look out. And he stopped. I think about a yard, maybe two, well, more than that.
He's playing chess right now with his coverage. He had as many as 4 guys back, but at the snap of the ball is when they changed and gave a different look. So Quinn didn't diagnose it early enough to make his read, so that was problematic.
Is that the umbrella Ella defense? Ryan Sanborn boots it. Malik Fleming back deep. No fair catch called. Look out.
Boy.
He spun. It was a spin, baby, spin. And he brings it out to the 28-yard line.
The guy that's back there, right, trying to make a play. A little slight touch in the back, but when you go past the guy that makes the return and you don't make it, and another white jersey pass, if you got 3 or more, that's a chance for a big play. Texas is fortunate, but again, they cover so well. They're so athletic. They were able to. The coordinator for Texas has in mind.
Little wide receiver screen. They go right to Snead. It's 1st and 10. And they try to go to the wide side. Hard to go sideline to sideline against this Texas defense. Samuel Brown, who had the drop earlier.
They got pressed both sides.
And there's a crossing pattern that was almost picked off. Manjack, the intended receiver, again, the ball thrown behind him. And it was nearly intercepted by Derek Williams, number 2.
And, Tim, that's the second time we've seen Manjack on the bad side of a play. That one was thrown high and away. That one was low in the dirt on the drive routes coming opposite direction. So the quarterback has got to get his vision proper and his accuracy down.
Texas. Snead again moves out of the backfield into the slot left. Here comes pressure. We haven't seen him run it yet. That pass is thrown.
Holding, number 74. Offense, penalties decline. 4th down.
Xavier Worthy awaits. They were bringing everything, and another one off the side of the foot, and this one will not go very far at all. It's frying egg on Dana's head right now. Not happy at all.
Execute, man.
16 yards.
It's really about facilities and other things.
Play fake again for Ewers. Plenty of time. No pressure at all with 3 men rushing. That pass on the check down is to...
And they've got him standing up on the edge now.
Baxter. Just one quick move and take off.
Hey, we're done here, guys.
Houston, Texas, the sophomore, an 11-yard gain.
See, watch 25 on the edge. He works well inside. When you've got him covered up with a big, either a tight end or a lineman, it's usually problematic. So you got to be judicious how you use those hybrid players, 10 pounds or more. It can be trouble.
Baxter again. Marker down. And holding on for dear life is Halsey again.
Holding, number 85. Offense, 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Well, you see where Hunter here is on the edge, the farthest man on the line of scrimmage. He's detached, so when he goes up to that second level, that's in. So he's going to try to hang on as long as he can.
Now, these Cougars are going to move around. I mean, Mike linebackers can look like Sam and Will many times over. Here goes Brooks.
Burst, that speed that you're going to see. Watch Zero come in after the guard pulls, and then Zero's right behind him. That little tandem group right there, little big guy, kick out block. And that's how you work together in tandem.
First quarter's been all Texas. Ewers with time. There's the big fella, Jatavion, with a first down. The Academy put on a clinic in that first quarter. 11 of 12, 137 yards. And there's the other tight end, Gunnar Helm. Was wide open on that previous play.
Yeah, and that last play, it was actually a zone front. Look, right, Hassan Hippolyte, right, one of the stars of special team, former starter, perhaps not as sharp right now because he's not getting every down. Got caught between that coverage, and they just found the arm. Captured between those two responsibilities, you've got to play it a lot tighter.
2nd and 3, Baxter, right up the gut. Bet they'd go on 4th down. Look out. Here's Baxter.
On the opposite side of the ball.
1st and goal, Baxter again. Feed and fan the big fella and go behind that huge offensive line.
And didn't think he was that.
Savion Red is in the game. Look out. He got it. And he's in for the touchdown. The sophomore from Grand Prairie, Texas, takes it in for the touchdown. His first touchdown of the year.
Well, Tim, when you start getting some of these guys who are not frontline players in their scoring,
this direct snap,
testy, man. Just a direct snap to him. He goes right in. That's a look they've not seen before.
Right there.
It's part of what you got to do in this new era of football.
Matthew Golden has come to the rescue with kickoff returns. Did it against TCU, did it against West Virginia. He's back deep, and this one looks to be returnable. Here he is from the 3. Nothing doing this time. A bunch of horns all arriving in a bad humor. I mean, a bunch of them.
I think Jonte Cook, the second, was in there, Tim, as well. Was the first. And they came with, as you said, a bad attitude, Tim. And watch, you can see when these players who are really focused come in and watch them disrupt and redirect. Even though he took a shot himself from the sideline, it looked like the red jerseys went backwards and all the white ones were coming forward. And that speaks to a lot.
Is in the backfield on 1st down. They just need to get a few first downs here to put together to give their defense a break. While in Lubbock, Texas a year ago.
That's why they're staying in man coverage, because he's no threat in the run game. Now they got self-inflicted wound on a penalty here.
Yeah, little bubble screen again going to Samuel Round. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first down, but again, Jet Bush.
Offside, number 1. Defense lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
A few yards. He's in the neutral zone.
Yep, he's lined up.
Gave him a break out to the 24-yard line.
Yep, lined up on that outside.
Jenkins. Yes, they are
the best.
Look out, coming the other way, Manjack. He wants to throw it. He can't. And Texas.
Golden was not selling it, but Manjack did a great job of holding as long as he could. But you're trickling downfield, and you can't get behind the coverage. It's great coverage, by the way, on the back end by Galvin Holmes, number 9. And he did a wonderful job up front, but Manjack was covered. And these Texas defenders.
Tony Mathis, who's been nicked up, is back in there, number 24, in motion. Smith Quick out, and it's caught. That's Stephon Johnson.
When Donovan Smith is on target, the route will run itself, particularly in man coverage. If you throw the ball where it's supposed to be, there's no defender should be a receiver open underneath this coverage, right in the middle of the field.
Donovan Smith's pass towards the boundary, and it's incomplete.
Exercising the amount of time needed to see what the preliminary move defensively for Texas would be. Then they diagnosed it and didn't just execute. That's simply diagnosing the right situation, and you don't take the medicine.
Wilkins, this time with a beautiful boot, backing up Xavier Worthy to the 24. Oh, how about that little deke, huh? Flags come down behind him, and Worthy's going to be stopped at the 41.
Can appreciate a guy who
During
can
the
sift through
return,
the traffic.
holding number 18, receiving team, 10-yard penalty, first down, timeout.
So here's the block in the back. You can see 18. He tries to pull off Tim, but he doesn't do it. But it takes nothing away from the ability to see threats and to sift through the coverage.
Alabama and Tennessee getting with it. Of course, their only loss coming to Texas, a non-conference game. They're still hoping to. They did. Looked like Ryan Day was doing his best Dan Lanning impression. Ahead goes Jonathan Brooks.
Man, that's no light matter.
3rd down and 4 for Ewers. He's in trouble, and down he goes. Well, that's Houston's first big moment. Newberry, South Carolina.
Here's Chidozie here, Timmy. Here's the matchup. This is the one we've been talking about. Jake Majors, he's a little nicked up, but the push in the pocket, and then the separation to get away, and then to mirror the guy, then get loose. I mean, it looks like it's a stalemate, but anytime that nose tackle or zero.
Here's a line drive returnable punt for Fleming. Look at that Texas team,
too athletic, man. You're not
they
gonna
are too athletic. He was salivating to take off. It's a very interesting Saturday again. Little swing pattern out to Golden. Matthew gets it past the 40.
It's the longest of the day.
Well, they're going to need more of that to try to slowly get their way back into this one, trailing by 3 touchdowns. And I go, again, a very quick screen. Wide receiver Ethan Burke, 91 with a stop.
So here's Golden play again. Get the ball in their hands, even if you have to stretch it. This is an extended run play, essally. Dana likes to get
7-yard line. Here's where he made the stop and where he also got injured here. I mean, a little friendly fire is he got some.
That's one thing that I see is different. This Texas team is different, Tim.
It is.
More disciplined, more athletic, and as a result, you're seeing it with the 21 spot.
The tenacity on that defensive side really shows up in the secondary. You can play man coverage and be physical with every wide receiver. 2nd and 4. They go empty with 5 wide. Smith run out of time. Lets it fly, and it's Samuel Brown's got it. Taft, 16, the strong safety.
Texas showed cover 2, which is zone, and then at the snap of the ball morphed into a cover 1, and that's just an excellent job of man coverage on the back end of that one and converting to the point. Samuel Brown.
Play fake.
Nice
over
again.
the middle. There's Golden. He is Golden. Touchdown, Cougars.
You can't tell me that's not some run and shoot concepts right there. Call it what you want, spread. The quarterback has to read the same thing that everyone else is reading on that play and not cover yourself by getting.
Well, Donovan warmed up. You might recall in that West Virginia game.
Probably one of the best top 10 coaches in real-time adjustments in the game. That product of a touchdown was a byproduct of him diagnosing where the weaknesses in the cover.
Look out. Here comes Keelan Robinson. Boy, how good is Texas? They can always answer its side. It's the place kicker, Martin, that saves the day.
Well, everything funnels down, right? And he knows as a return man, if I can get those guys collapsing on me, if I can get to the edge, I'm going to have somewhere to go with that. And that's just a byproduct of understanding coverage philosophy. Everybody is fun.
A lot of games with his special teams. Now Texas and Ewers with an opportunity to answer with great field position at their own 45. On the check down to Brooks. Right out of the backfield. And ahead for 6, maybe 7 yards on 1st down.
Needs to go beyond what they have.
Again, they go with that quick toss out to Xavier Worthy.
Coverage so he can affect it. They're going to do it again.
Yep. Look out. Ahead for at least 10 this time.
That's 10 yards. It doesn't come. The blocking is up front, but this is man concepts now. The safety is responsible for that third guy. You got two out there, and one guy's going to make you miss. That's his job.
Screen that play, too. Brooks and Baxter now in split backs. And they go with Jonathan Brooks.
Good defense.
Tries to cut it up and does get to about the 28-yard line. Malik Robinson. And right up the gut goes Brooks again.
Softer look, but it's because they've gotten 8 yards to make.
Pressure off the edge. Ewers underneath. He goes to Baxter. CJ with a shoestring tackle will try this field goal of 44 yards. Uh-oh, it's a fake.
Great.
Is Houston ready for it?
Got it.
At the 25, wow. They were able to defend it. That's a surprise. Jamal Morris was ready for it.
Jamal Morris was there, and I want to believe Isaiah Hamilton, the boundary corner, was there in place as well. And you can see the continuity and the appreciation as Sark looks on of Dana Holgerson's appreciation for special teams. Why would you have a boundary corner playing to the side of a boundary potential fake? Because he's the most athletic guy you have. Able to turn that would-be runner inside is why he's there. Most fast guys or guys that are slower can't make it to that point. And you get beat on the edge.
That's a really interesting decision, given how Texas is dominating this game physically. A few of these plays for a guy like Sark to be dialed off after an open date. Look, an RPO look or a broken play and touchdowns. It does make you think a little bit about not only winning, but burying a team. Texas is looking to leave a lasting impact on this Houston Cougars team in the Big 12. Here goes.
That's a nice one. Way to finish.
A very good run past the 35.
I'll tell you, the guys in the red jerseys are looking like the guys in the white jerseys right now.
Quick out. Here goes Golden with a couple of between the city of Houston and Austin, Texas.
Nice.
Quick out pattern to O'Laughlin, number 17. Out of the shotgun, Smith.
Nice.
That pass is a little overthrown, hitting his man a little too much.
He reminds me of J.K. Jefferson. That's what I'm thinking of at Arkansas. Their quarterback. He may not be as physically tough a runner, but his size.
Donovan, while at Texas Tech, did run it more. He's more of a pocket passer now.
No.
Safety valve. And here goes Snead, wrapped up and thrown to the ground.
That's an 8-second ride right there now. At the rodeo, they call that an 8-second ride, fella. Watch him. He looked like Tough Hedeman on this one call right here.
Yep.
Ty Murray.
Houston desperately needs this one to be converted. Pressure off the edge. Smith's pass. It is caught. It is first down.
But in-game coaching, wonderful by Holgerson.
This pass towards the corner, and it's caught.
The safeties are. They're almost at the same level. No press coverage. They're playing zone.
Here goes Donovan Smith. He throws it. It's Manjack. It's a touchdown.
Tim, this started off as a four-cross look, and the mobility of Donovan Smith and the ability to extend plays, not unlike Dylan Gabriel did at Oklahoma, is what made that possible and got it. Efficiency was the key to that drive.
15th touchdown pass on the year, his second today. Number 3, Spencer, it was over.
And it came from the slot position. Here's the over route, as you said. You got him in your hip pocket right now. That's a safety. And so he put him in the hip pocket quick, and then the other safety on the opposite side is locked up with man coverage. So now he knows it's a man scheme to that side of the field. And it's about him just catching the ball that's being thrown. See, and others have struggled, Tim. You got to get your frontline players out there and get them good.
By the way, 146 yards in the last 2 drives for Houston.
Love that guy.
Ohio State D is...
Here comes the safety blitz.
Look out! Down he goes!
As far as Houston is concerned, hyper-disruptive on defense. We saw in the first series for Texas what not doing that will do. Leads to that 11-play scoring drive you just mentioned.
Nice job by Wilson. To where this game might go. Matthew Golden is back deep. Stone's boot will come to him, and look out. Look out.
Oh, that's face mask.
Look out. Ahead for 15 more after that face mask. The kicker that got him, number 15.
Face mask, number 15. Kicking team. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Go in Texas territory to start. The Cougars at the Horns 49, trailing by a touchdown.
Continuation of the middle 8, throwing the ball in the vertical cross.
He's running out of time. Lets it go. and it's incomplete. Was there an opportunity for Jalen Gilbo to take this one back the other way?
The thing I don't like about this, when you lose your platform and you're trying to make a three-quarter field throw, that's from one hash all
Based on what he did to them while at Texas Tech. Over the middle in the seam, and there's Manjack. And it's a first down to the 38-yard.
underneath, Timmy. Watch Manjack seizes open right now. He got off coverage, just turn and present your numbers. Now you're starting to see the Manjack high and then one low, if you recall, in the first quarter.
He sure did. Well, the big blow came early, though, when Brown dropped a 45-yard gain on the opening series. There's a quick out to Manjack again. He's the chain mover. 2nd and 8. One more time for Manjack. Bingo! Beat Keaton Crawford here.
Joseph Manjack, Timmy, on the numbers, got off coverage, and it just runs right past him. He's got a little bit of a height advantage, and again, stays focused on that ball to pass, the catching completion. Just a wonderful job of the continuation of what began. Right. You're not going to be able to determine that from those camera
After
angles.
review,
So the call is
here's a
going to
completed
stand.
pass with the receiver short of the goal line. It'll be first and goal at the
Oh,
half-yard
I
line.
cannot believe that.
Wow. Have an angle we didn't have?
No. I cannot believe that.
I don't know how you overturn that.
Yeah, Tony Bates is our replay official. Dana's going to be in disbelief. Because I'm going to tell you, a half yard is not easy to get.
It's up. U of H, great. Doesn't matter. Just make something of it. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Bingo.
You know, take the frustration out. Here you see Crawford stacked up over in that A gap or that C gap. Does a nice job of just filling in the spots.
Their red zone defense is 13th best in the country, Texas. So that was a to the corner, caught, touchdown. It's Golden.
And I wouldn't have expected that, but you look at the numbers. You look at Manjack. You look at his numbers inside. All of them collectively. 7 yards, he is the most productive.
Martin with the extra point.
I remember specifically the conversions of several 4th downs. So playing with confidence in crucial plays was big, too.
Well, the last time Houston came from 21.
Other than that, and we get to learn about these teams. Who are they made of? What they're made of.
Jonathan Brooks. A steady diet of that would probably help get this offense going. They want to rate.
I like this approach. Stay in a closed formation. If you do throw it, something really high percentage.
Brooks, turf monster, got him at
10 on the platoon in the victory over West Virginia.
little curl going out to Worthy.
Significant storyline in this as well.
2nd and 4. They gave him 6 on that play, and that one yard shy of the first down to Jordan Whittington. Let's take a look at this. Yep, good catch.
Good catch.
It was a good catch. 3rd down a yard. Ewers. Oh, he's stuffed. He did not get there. Now this will get the crowd motivated as Texas brings in the big one, and they go with a direct snap again. It's Red, and he's in trouble. Can he get there? Marker down. He does get the first down. They win again with Red.
There is no foul on the play.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Actually, this year, they thought they had a hold, and then they didn't. And that looks like a hold to me by Baxter. Yeah, the gain was 3, so it's a first down. Wow. Ewers gets away from pressure. That throw almost picked off.
But you could still get up there and affect the pass, understanding his drop lanes and responsibility, times it up perfectly, gets that hand up. Otherwise, if he doesn't do that, you've got Tavian Sanders, the tight end, the Y, wide open behind him.
Ewers is 19 of 21. Brooks bottled up.
Cougars showing 3 deep concept, and we're going to force a timeout. Red. Timmy, this is why they call timeout. Doug Belt is upset because he said they got 12 disciples at the Last Supper, not the defensive play. We can't have 12 out here, gentlemen. We got to have 11 on the field. That's about
an 8. Out of the shotgun with Brooks, the setback. Ewers lets it fly. It's caught. It's the tight end Sanders staying on his feet, but it'll be shy of the first down for Houston. And another timeout for the Cougars. Well, this is interesting because now you're going to be down to 1 timeout.
I don't think they're in agreement on that. I don't think Dana wanted it or Doug Belt wanted it.
Yep. Dana's not happy about it. Somebody took the timeout, though. And like I said before, you could fry an egg on his forehead right now.
This is better, and I think it makes this team better.
4th and 2. Ewers out of the gun. Look out. That one is incomplete. Boy. And they were punt, 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 punt before that. Quick out to Samuel Brown, and he's ahead at Boise State.
Behind it.
Snead's the setback.
Cover 2, zone.
Snead, incomplete.
Oh, so you got a little short arms.
Yeah, 3rd and 7. That's Brown in motion. Donovan Smith, pressure off the edge. Look out.
The ball's out.
And the ball is out. And Texas has got it at the 37-yard line of Houston.
Are getting the false impression that this offensive line can deal with the pressure from this elite rush group who hadn't sacked the quarterback a whole lot this year, but they certainly have capability and depth to make it happen.
It was Jalen Ford that knocked it loose, and Vernon Broughton, the lineman, 6'4", 291, out of Cypress Ridge in Houston, Texas.
And Byron Sorrell, number 88, was involved in that. He came off the edge with big pressure as well. So the jack position.
So Houston's stop is negated by that fumble, and look out. Ewers is in trouble now. Off the edge, backside pressure.
Nelson says, render under Caesar what is Caesar's, and I'll take this for -4 yards.
Boy, did he push back the tight end Sanders. Brooks the setback. Ewers underneath, check down to Brooks, and Rikers doesn't.
Rushing 4.
Look out underneath, a little middle screen to Brooks. Look out, number 24 can go. He's got the first down.
You can anticipate when they're going to run those types of plays, and Brooks, they're going fast here, Timmy.
Yes, they are, and this one is broken up beautifully. 2nd and 10. 12 personnel. They're all in tight. Ewers again finding his man out of the backfield. Brooks, Jonathan Brooks.
Slot receiver.
Jaden Blue's in the game. Ewers running out of time now. Running out of time, but has a lot of green grass, and he is hammered by Aguebu.
You got that. You nailed it, partner.
Yep. Right there.
Yeah, he came in, man, with that left shoulder.
Championing his days with Pete Carroll. Here's a look at what happened again on that play.
Yeah, and again, it's just a guy playing with great leverage and intuition. 2 defenders that he had to split there, and then finds a way to stay active and get back involved in the play. He comes all the way across that double team against him. As soft as in a...
He's going to follow his running back, Baxter. And that's a first down.
Ball is not a difficult sport. You just run to where the soft numbers are. And again, if you are covered up by a tight end, you're not necessarily looking inside to try to stop the run. You're just making sure that guy doesn't become a receiver. And when you...
1st and goal, Brooks stood up at about the 7.
At that point in time, if that's the case, and that could be an issue. Last team at the ball, kind of like West Virginia, might score.
Ewers' pass is overthrown. This is 3 out of 10 on 3rd down. Ewers with time. This pass is incomplete. Thrown away. Outstanding coverage.
Really figured out exactly this match coverage concept doesn't really apply down here. You're on the goal line. Forget about that 10-yard marker. This is man locked down all the way. Again, the inside routes are not there. Safety's dropping back to cover to take that away.
Texas with their first points in a long while. You got to go back to the early portion of the 2nd quarter when they got their 3rd touchdown. And now it's a 3-point game. And Matthew Golden awaits the kick. And it'll be a touchback. And Houston will take over.
So they've changed their coverage, Tim. They're coming down a straight man.
Jenkins.
It's going to be tough to run against this.
Especially when you're trying to bounce it outside against Texas. They are so quick. That's Byron Murphy, the 2nd, back in your eyesight. He's the chain mover. And they're going to flare it out here to Jenkins, and he's stopped again.
Just showing 4 now. Probably going to stay that way because they're so far off the ball. 4-man rush.
3rd down 11. Nice. In the seam, it's Manjack right on cue, Spencer. That's your chain mover. And he's got the first down out to the 39-yard line. Here, when you need to move the chains.
Well, this is a three-way street here. It's about great play calling, discerning where the voids are, and having the patience.
We do. He was one of the heroes. Smith with time on the check down of Parker Jenkins. And there's the out pattern again. Carnes underneath. Roll up at the top of your screen.
Just plain
Donovan
control.
Smith, there it is. That's his favorite target. The walk-on spins, baby, spins.
Hey, they're mindful of the down and distance scenario. Watch how these linebackers, zero that's moved up, are playing so close. They're playing Donovan Smith, expecting him to run. But because that commitment to the quarterback in the ground game, the underneath.
By Auburn, makes it a 3-point game as we open the fourth.
Here's a conventional formation for you.
Smith can run out of this. This pass is incomplete.
I'm just wondering the mechanics. You're rolling to that side, and what is it that you need to do? It actually is easier to throw an accurate ball when you're running toward that direction. People think you got to get your platform squared, but it's just the sheer momentum of moving that direction.
And we saw beat Houston while quarterbacking Texas Tech last year in overtime. Play fake. Underneath he goes, and that's Burns, the tight end. Matt.
3 additional downs puts this around 13 minutes with 2 possessions remaining for Houston if everything holds up.
By the way, Ewers went into the tent, we're told, down on the sideline, so they're warming up a backup here as Donovan tries to get it on his own, and I don't know. I don't think he got there. I think
Dana's going to go to the analytics. He's not a big analytics guy, but well, let's see what happens here, Tim. He's going to go for it.
Martin's longest field goal is only 44 yards, so I understand this. Mathis is the setback.
You got to do something to clear him out in the middle. I don't like the tighter formation here.
Smith, there's Manjack again on the crossing pattern, first down. You guys have been money.
Well, he's got man coverage, and again, it's Michael Taft who's in his hip pocket trying to defend him, and he just gets the natural rub there, right?
So there they go from the left hash at the 28 of Texas. They move Brown and Carnes to the top of your screen. Look out, wheel route, and it's incomplete. Thrown behind. Kins remains the setback. Corner blitz coming. Smith, look out. The safety's there, and he's got the interception. Michael Taft comes away with it. Brown was the intended receiver, and Donovan Smith just did not see him. Absolutely did not see the safety. 2 big turnovers now. The Horns have gotten on defense. One led to a field goal, and this one stops a potential tying field goal or a touchdown, possibly. Spencer and Quinn Ewers, when he got tagged by Guebu, it was Guebu that appeared hurt, but long term, clearly Ewers was impacted, holding that chest area. And Murphy, who, by the way, has been a little nicked up of late. Arch Manning, grandson of Archie Manning, had been running a lot with the twos in practice this week. We thought he might get some playing time. Murphy comes in for him, and that's Jonathan Brooks who takes the handoff. Still could be. Let's go back to that pick, Spence.
Yeah, look, anytime you're a receiver, you got to take a look at the structure. You see that safety right there? If you're that outside receiver, you're Samuel Brown, you got to know what the coverage is. Now, the ball's overthrown. Not going to put too much on him. The bottom line is there, he has to turn into a defender and stop that ball from being intercepted at all costs.
Yeah, Murphy's pass is a dart, but it's behind. With his backup quarterback, who's not been completely healthy this week in the game.
Well, this is the second time in as many weeks we've seen Dana Holgorsen with the
streak. A lot of bad blood, and an opportunity for a lovely parting gift if you're Houston. He was hammered, he fumbled, and Texas has it.
And Texas got it.
Your worst-case scenario for Houston, and he's down.
No, Houston got it back.
Did Houston get
Houston got it back.
Yeah, apparently they got it back.
Wow.
Because when he went down, it looked like, well, there were 3 horns all around it. Crawford made the hit. Robinson had a look. Taft was down there. Oh. Parker Jenkins now, twin backs. Look out. Great defensive effort there by Texas.
Longhorn back in. He got pressure off the slot. The safety's coming down. That indicates that pressure is live. It's real. 23 coming off the slot. 21, the safety's going to keep it on.
Donovan Smith in trouble. Now he's going to run for the first time. And he scampers out of bounds.
Number 1. He's not going to take it.
3rd down and 7. Jenkins moves to a wide receiver position, so they're empty with 5 wides. Teacup to the near side. Smith, crossing pattern. Brown, Samuel Brown. Look out, he's got great speed. Look out, he still has great speed. Trying to be run down and out of bounds. Atonement for Brown. A flag comes down.
Has the potential, Tim, and the talent to stay engaged. That's all I was doing and trying to admonish him to stay engaged and become a defender. But for that interception, maybe they're not even in this pickle right now that they're in. He's an explosive player, no question about it. The hash. Okay, now they're changing it.
Smith pulls it down. He calls his number again. And he's knocked down hard. At
leverage when you're trying to spin and stay high.
2nd and 8. Snead the setback. Golden, the wide receiver flank to the bottom of your screen. Snead.
Great call.
Inside the 15.
After the play,
extraordinary.
Ball, personal foul, face mask, number 2, offense. 15-yard penalty. The down count, 6th, 3rd down.
That is the very first penalty against Houston in this game, Spencer.
Yep.
And it could not have come at a more inopportune moment.
So now how do you spin this? If you're Dana Holgorsen, you say snap and clear, guys. I'm not so sure we needed to score so fast.
Yeah.
Anyway, you reset and you come back, get your mindset. It's going to be 3rd down, right? Houston just went from 3rd down and 1 to 3rd and 16. That's probably
What we could do. 3rd and 16. They go empty. Brown's got it at the 25.
what a move.
What a little shake, a little bake. And then he's rolled over by some horns.
rainbow.
That one is Utah has had their number. Beat them twice a year ago, including in the Pac-12 title game. This kick is high in the air, taken by Keelan Robinson. And look out, he's at the 35. Keelan Robinson past the 45. It is him at quarterback. Very athletic talent. Brooks. Jonathan Brooks cuts it back up and is stopped at the 48-yard line, gain of 5. We're back. Jonathan Brooks sets sail inside the 35. And they were looking to strip the ball from him. Brooks out of the shotgun. That pass is thrown to Whittington. Jordan Whittington to the 25-yard line. Again, it's Malik Murphy.
Everybody's manned up. That extra body helps.
Now it's Brooks. He gets to the second level so very quickly. Push him off. Brooks, nice little stutter step. And a hop, skip, and jump.
Hamilton will not.
Yeah.
Hamilton goes over the top here. What a wonderful job of timing that thing up and catching nothing. Hamilton on the other end.
Worthy, the wide receiver to the bottom of your screen. Haven't called his name a lot.
Oh,
right
boy.
up the gut. There goes Baxter. CJ with a payday.
Talk about young players making an impact. Both these backs, C.J. Baxter, the 218-pound freshman, Tim. He's got good size on him. Watch him just read this one. Patience. Excellent job of those guys moving up there. DJ Campbell and company, the right 53 yards, a minute, 58 seconds.
Auburn with the extra. And there will not be a return. A beautiful boot by Stone to have him out of the portal. That was the only guy he wanted to be his quarterback. And, you know, the reason why no one else was really coming after him.
The backup.
He was a backup most of his career at Texas Tech. Never really won the job outright.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Right to his man, Matthew Golden. All of that speed. And right away.
That's 24 yards gain, a laser. What did we just say before the break? This drive is important. How well will he execute and throw? Take advantage of the coverage. Texas is in a too deep safety look right now. It's probably going to turn into some kind of match. Just a four-man rush inside zone should be good.
Jenkins. Brown to the top of your screen. Golden to the bottom. Jenkins the setback. And he was grounded for a moment, maintained his balance.
Warner types, right? They're going to be covering tight ends and zone drops.
Smith's pass. He got his man, Jack.
Got it.
Oh, did he drop it?
Did he drop it?
Did he drop it? Really hard. That's a pass he normally always brings in.
This is significant because it takes away the deep, proven middle threat that they have. And that's a similar shoulder shot, Tim, around the neck and head area.
Michael Taft with the hit.
Yeah, he's feeling that one a little bit. That
yes,
knee
he
goes.
is.
Anytime a thigh or a knee comes to the helmet, let me tell you, folks, there's very few things that hurt more than that.
Well, it gives them plenty of. Remember, they've only got one timeout left. They had to use those two defensively in the third quarter.
Jack being out now.
Smith, pressure up the gut. He's got to run it. No, he's going to throw it, and he's got his man Golden when he tucked it away. But then Golden coming back to help him.
Former NC State Torrey Holt coined the phrase, big plays, big day. Donovan is doing the job, man.
Gain of 9, first down. Ball at the 34. Smith.
Nice.
Over the middle. Carnes. And the former walk-on has it inside the Texas 20. Carnes is down the slot left. Again, Brown to the top.
They got it again if they want it.
Golden to the bottom. They give it to Jenkins, and he's hammered right at the point of attack. And 8 trips to the top of your screen, and a timeout taken by Texas. They've got 2 left.
Texas has called their first charge timeout of the second half.
Kick out. He's got Snead as running back in the slot to the left.
So tight end.
Out pattern right to him. O'Loughlin at the 10. They try to push him back, and he forges ahead. He'll only be about a yard.
They took the fade ball away from him up top. Just turn it into a quick slant. Unless 3 drops deep.
Snead off the left side. That surge looked to be enough by T'Vondre Sweat. Again, the line to make really at the 9-yard line. Watch where he's right there. He's there. Now comes the pushback, and then see where they mark the football. If the mark is near the 10-yard line, the actual 10, then he was not given credit for all of that run with forward progress. But we'll see. Either way, they got to go for it. He got a left foot spot. He really did. And you see, I got my eyes on that. That's what Dana's saying.
Biggest call of your career right here, man.
Again, look where the forward progress is stopped. Ball is at the 9. And then 93 engulfs him and pushes him back. Old saying, if you get a right foot spot, you have a first down. You get a left foot spot, you're not there.
Gun. That's the only thing about it against a superior defensive front.
They're going to roll him out. Pass is incomplete. Broken up. Stephon Johnson, the intended receiver. Texas takes over. And that spot will be talked about for a long, long time.
Didn't like the call. There you see he's rolling out, and Donovan's done a wonderful job of being accurate today on that one play. It was low and inside. Missed it.
Huge stop. You can see how upset Dana is. I'm with you. Force of T'Vondre Sweat pushing him back cost him at least a half yard. And that's your ball game. Texas will come out of here with a deep breath saying, boy, did we escape. Question.
They were probably looking to get a split here among Texas teams. Had a chance to do that against a team that's a top 10 team. That's a good position to have been in.
And for Steve Sarkisian and staff, they escape in a very big way. BYU coming up next, and then Kansas State at home. But boy, oh boy, this was a hard-fought one. And Dana, of course, and Steve Sarkisian have great respect for one another. And Spencer, I think that Donovan Smith also grew a great deal in today's game.
I think he really did, Tim. And again, and it's ironic because 2 of the games that he grew in were losses, right? couple of weeks ago,
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech, 5 touchdown passes in that. He set 6 different career highs today. Maybe some errant passes early on, but when he came up with those big passes were clutch situations. You prosper and get better as a result of that.
Absolutely you do. And it's all in front of Texas.
Yep.
They still, all you got to do is win out, hope for an Oklahoma rematch in the Big 12 title game. This is the 4th down play. You didn't like this call.
I didn't like the call again. I like the sleight of hand, the idea of trying to roll out when you only got a few feet. You're not going to challenge them from a physical standpoint. But to me, when you throw the ball, 3 things can happen.
Yeah.
It can be caught, it can be intercepted, or incompleted.
Yeah.
2 of those 3 are bad. I just didn't like that. And I understand it.
I know DeAndre Smith, his dad, who coaches with the Colts, is looking on as he was a week ago Thursday night when they got the Hail Mary to go, Spencer, but he can be proud of his son. And listen, Steve Sarkisian, I'm sure, is talking to his guys saying, hey, we lost our quarterback. We had to play a quarter and a half without him. Virtually had to disdain the passing game altogether. And we still used our backs, Baxter and Jonathan Brooks. And that was the difference in the game. And oh, by the way, good news for the athletic director now at Texas. The great DeLoss Dodds is gone. But Chris Del Conte can say, you know what, we'll never have to sit there again.
Well, they've been patient, man, with the lights on. Even when it was hot, Timmy, they were there supporting their ball club. And again, both teams can be excited about how they played today.
It was great to hear the eyes of Texas so many times. I certainly hope that we have a chance to go to Austin, Spence, one last time before they head on to the Southeastern Conference. On the other side, we're going to take you to Emmanuel Acho, Chris Peterson, and Mike Hill. For Spencer Tillman, our entire staff, the great Scott Alexander, Jeremy Rakes, who helped with official stats, and Brett Bender, our spotter. Tim Brando saying so long from Houston. Another great one. Stay tuned for more on Fox.